Hello, my name is Gegalox, or Andrew, and this is going to be a different video, no gameplay. I am going to show you how to use Paint.net. So without further ado, let's get into it. I'm going to start off with the tools. This tool is a select tool. It allows you to select and then work it. Now, if you want to unselect, just click outside of the picture. This tool is the move selection tool. It allows you to move the selected part. This one is also a move selection tool, but it just moves the box and not the actual selected part. This is a lasso select. Not too much use out of this. It's just a alternative selection choice. Circle select. Once again, I haven't used much use out of this either, but another alternative selection choice. This is the zoom in. It allows you to zoom in all the way down to the tiniest of pixels if you really want to get the detailed work. You can also zoom out. This is the magic wand. I can't explain it, so I'm going to show you what it does later. Basically, it selects everything, but let's say if there was a line here, it would select around the line depending on the tolerance level that you set it at. I'll get back to that later to explain it in better detail. This is the pan. This one is another one that's a little bit hard to explain, but let's say if there is a huge picture on here, or if you were zoomed in, that's a better way to explain. If you're zoomed in, you can pan around. Basically what it is. This one's pretty self-explanatory. A bucket. It's in most paint things. Covers the whole page with the color. It doesn't have to color the whole page though. This one I haven't really experimented with. I guess some sort of gradient type thing. I don't know. This one is a paintbrush. You can change the brush width up here to different paint things. Also, another thing is if you were to change the hardness down to here, it's a lot softer. If you put it way up here to the max, it's very, very tough. And if you zoom in, you can see that the pixels, there's almost none of that extra part on the side. You can also do this with most selection tools. You can do tolerance. Erasing. This one's very important with the tolerance, but instead of tolerance, it's hardness. So if you do less hardness, you can see a clear difference with both of them. This is the pencil. I think it's just a poor man's paintbrush in my opinion. It's just like very small and there isn't much use to it at all. I'd rather just use the paintbrush. But that's just me. This one is the color picker. So let's say we had blue here and we had green here. If you were to take this, you could automatically get the blue again. And if you were to select the green, quite the same. This one is the stamp. I'm not sure what this one does. I've never really used it. I'm pretty sure if you were to take another picture, you could stamp it on here. I'm pretty sure that's what it does, but I'm sorry, this tutorial is not helpful for the stamp if you want to figure it out. I'm pretty sure, let me check something. I think it might be if you take this. See, I'm not sure. Oh well. Let's go into the next one. Recolor. Recolor just basically recolors it, but it gets really funky if you keep recoloring it over and over. It starts changing different colors and stuff. As you can see, it's really glitchy. I don't recommend using recolor if you're not, if you don't want to do that. I think it's very helpful though if you have, if you just want to recolor a certain color. But as you can see, see like how the red and yellow mix instead of just making it yellow, which I don't like. But that's just me. Text, very helpful. You can change any of the different text on here. that they provide. You can also download texts and use them. Here's the geometry dash text right here. You can still use it. You can change the color down here, obviously, and you can change the font, whether you want it bold, italicized, underlined, or strikeout. You can also change more settings up here, whether you want it in the middle. I'm not sure what this does. I wouldn't mess with that. This one I wouldn't mess with that, and the rest I really wouldn't mess. You can hit finish though, and it finishes the product for you. This is the most helpful tool if you're going to try to make I'd like to say either animated items or very nice pictures. Or I guess they're not really very nice pictures, but like you take this line and then boom, you can start curving it and stuff, just like that. I'll show you a few pictures that I made using this tool, and then use this tool only. So I minimize. I made this picture. I have no idea what this is supposed to be, but I made this a few days ago. And I was also messing around and I made this too. I don't know what it's supposed to be, once again, just little fun things that I've made using that tool. So if we go back into paint.net, there's a few more options. Actually, there's a ton of options. Shape. Now, Shape has a bunch of tools to it. I've used that as well when making my pictures. Here's a few options. You can either draw the shape outline, draw the filled shape, or draw the filled shape with an outline. I think this is basically the same thing as this, except more on a coding side. I'm not sure. Maybe it'd be better with. Oh wait, I know what it is. It's a little bit. It's like this, but they're both combined. And this one is filled. You can also change the color, or you can change the color, but you can also change the shape. Now we can go into file. You can do open, all the different things, print, edit, all these cool things. You can zoom in. You can add a pixel grid if it helps you out. Ruler, pixels, you can change it to inches, centimeters. Image, this one's very helpful when making certain things. Resize. Here you go with the resize thing. And you can change canvas size, which will not resize the picture, but just resize the canvas, causing the picture to be the same size. Flip horizontal and vertical. Let me do a little example of that if you don't know what that means. See, it doesn't do it the same way as other things. That if you want to flip, that's flipping. If you want to rotate it, here's the rotate, which is pretty self-explanatory. Here's a little bit of layers and stuff. Layers basically allow you to do different things. For instance, these are two different layers. Let's say, hold on a sec. Let me get rid of the white on this layer, so that it won't be blocking the other layer. So now let's just take the paintbrush and we'll just make blue. Now if we go into this layer, we take green instead of crossing over it, which it still crosses over. There are two different layers, which means they're both still there. So if I were to minus this layer, you'd see this. If I were to minus this layer, you'd see this. Now, if you wanted the blue one to be on top, you hold left click on here and put it like that, and it would put that on top. Very good if you're making art of some sort. Now, let's go to okay, I'm not going to show you any of this because this is mods, and if I get enough likes and if you guys want me to, I will show you what a mod does and how to mod different effects and stuff like that in here. Effects are very cool. You can just you can mess with them, but I will show you how to do modding, like add mods into the thing if you want me to. Just let me know in the comments. What a mod does is it adds more things to the effects and adjustments. I didn't have this effect right here. I didn't have this effect. I didn't have almost all these effects. I didn't have this effect, or I had this effect, but I didn't have this one or this one. And then here's random effects. But you have a bunch of effects that you can add, and I will explain what those do if you want me to. So that pretty much covers it. Let me know if I forgot anything. Oh yeah, I'll show you a few more things on the history here. If you were to select any of these things, it would take you all the way back there, but do not worry. This is the back tool over here, and cut, all that stuff you should know by now what that is. And then the color tool right here, and then you can go to advanced, and you can really change up the colors if you really want to. You can also move around these things. If you accidentally exit out of one of them, one of these options up here will allow you to bring it back up. I forget which one it was, but I know one of them up here allows you to bring it up. Oh well. Oh, here it is. It's right here. You just click that, and it'll bring it back up. So, yep, that pretty much covers it. I hope this was helpful for you guys, and yeah, I will do more tutorials if that's what you guys want. But anyways, guys, I'll see you in the next video. Peace and out.